Hunter Biden back in the spotlight. First son expected to plead not guilty to federal tax charges today in an L.A. courtroom, facing 3 felonies and 6 misdemeanors there. And he could also be held in contempt of Congress after defying congressional subpoenas. But that did not stop him from making a surprise appearance yesterday that no one expected, causing quite a chaotic scene.
The gentlelady wants to hear from Hunter Biden. We can hear from him right now, Mr. Chairman. Let's take a vote and hear from Hunter Biden. What are you afraid of?
Hold on. Order.
You're here for a political stunt. This is just a PR stunt to you. I think that Hunter Biden should be arrested right here, right now, and go straight to jail.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently, you're afraid of my words.
Whoa!
I'd like to reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman.
Wow. Former acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker joins me now. Matt, if Hunter is ultimately held in contempt by Congress and the DOJ does not prosecute following not only that stunt, but the stunt last year, how can we draw a conclusion other than Merrick Garland is in the tank of Joe Biden, or in the pocket of Joe Biden?
Yeah. Good morning, Todd. Greetings from Iowa. You know, what I know is exactly what you said, is that there is a 2-tiered system of justice if Hunter Biden is not held accountable. Because, you know, if you think about Peter Navarro and Steve Bannon, they were obviously prosecuted, convicted of contempt of Congress, exactly what Hunter Biden's doing. They had better arguments. They had the argument of executive privilege and that ultimately was never adjudicated in their cases. And in this case, Hunter Biden really has nothing to say other than that he didn't show up and he defied the subpoena. He should be held accountable. He should be prosecuted.
Meantime, a really problematic exchange for Hunter with our own Hillary Vaughn. Watch.
Mr. Biden, why did you put your dad on speakerphone with your business partners if he had no involvement in your business?
Do you have a dad? Did he call you?
Yes.
Did he answer the phone?
Yes.
Okay.
But why did you need to talk to him during business meetings if he had nothing to do with your business?
I mean, look, Hunter and Joe have claimed for years that Joe was not involved in Hunter's business dealings. How much of an admission to the contrary is what you just saw on your screen?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Hunter Biden did include his dad in his business dealings to impress his clients, to make himself look connected. And that's what his business was being connected to his father and when his father was in office. But, also remember, Hunter Biden is facing some serious tax charges that he's appearing in court, I think, as soon as today. And then obviously the gun charges. And so, a contempt of Congress or other case that's just a misdemeanor, I think, is the least of his worries. And that's why his lawyer is willing to do this spectacle to try to score, I guess, cheap political points.
Yeah, that's really interesting analysis, because let's face it, throughout history, the tax charges are ultimately what get alleged bad people in the most trouble, what gets them in jail. I'm looking at you, Al Capone. So of all the charges, how worried should Hunter be that the tax charges are going to land him behind bars above all else?
Yeah, these have always been the most serious charges. I was a little surprised that they had the courage to bring them because remember, this was the U.S. Attorney's Office in Los Angeles is the one that initially was believed to have blocked it. But that being said, I think we also need to look at the 2 most serious tax years that have expired under the statute of limitations, and that is something that a U.S. attorney, a prosecutor, should never let happen. I know when I was a U.S. attorney, I would have never let that happen. And so that tells you also that Hunter Biden is getting a better deal than most people.
Yeah, 2014 and 2015 seem to be the key years there. And if you don't look at those tax charges aren't as great as they could be. Matt Whitaker, thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate it, as always.
Thanks, Todd.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.